issues. I am Miss Worthy.
I am Miss Get Up.
And this is your girl Miriam.
Hello, everyone. Thank you. And yes, we are here.
Yes.
How y'all doing today, ladies?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Enjoying a Saturday, yes.
Yes. Saturday. My
It's
favorite.
a phenomenal day. You know, I'm always glad to be here if I can, right? What about you? I hope you are. So anyway, today is such a good day. It's actually the king's birthday.
Yes.
At least he is our king in my household, not like my king, but he's little king. Yeah, let's put it that way. He's little king. So we want to say happy birthday, Gary.
Happy birthday.
36. Man, I could be 36.
I can be 36.
Aren't you close to? I remember 36. How about that?
You remember 36?
I remember 36.
36.
I think we were working together when I was 36.
I can't remember 36, but I'm sure it is monumental.
I feel like we were working together at 36. Yeah, we knew each other. Had to.
When you were 36, which means I was 46.
Yeah. Because we've been friends almost 20 years.
Yeah. So I don't remember 36. Okay, let's think. What's a good thing that happened at 36? You can remember something good that happened at 36 or something funny?
Something funny.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that happened at 36, I think I flew for the first time at 36. I flew twice in 2 weeks. I flew to Texas to see a friend, and I flew to Philly to visit my cousin. That was the first time I ever went on a plane. 36 years old. Never been on a plane before. Isn't that something?
Really?
Now, listen, tell me let's go. I got a bag rolling.
I know that's right.
We out of here.
I know that's right. I can't remember anything at 36, so I'm going to just leave it at that. But, G, I will tell you this. I feel like this. Right now, I know you think you've been grown. You ain't. Sorry to tell you. But I think now, as you cross into 36 over that 35, if you don't take anything, take this. Let your eyes of enlightenment be enlarged and open God's way. Because you may know the world stuff, but I tell you, when you start crossing over and getting to that next level, it's beautiful when you can, like Solomon say, give me wisdom.
Yes, absolutely.
Just give me wisdom to be able to do this work that you've called me to do your way and not my way. Right. So I think at 36 is a good time where you can cross over into a grand of maturity and wisdom. Yeah. So, yeah, sorry I can't remember 36 to tell you what I was doing. Probably something I had no business, but howbeit, I made it. I made it to 60. So I had to be at least entwined with the Lord, kind of listening to him, which is always a good thing. But anyway, so today, check this out. I created a little wine concoction. If my nephew watching, I ain't gonna say the other word, but the concoction. He uses that word when he's talking about a certain thing. But yeah, concoction. And y'all, it smells so good, but it's really good. So
it was delicious.
Y'all let me know. Make a little comment. Should I try to create a wine for Reflections of Word?
That sounds exciting.
I'm gonna get a taste. It's good too, y'all. I'm telling you,
it's good.
It's really good. But so check it out.
Mine gone.
Huh?
I said it was so good. Mine is gone.
Yours gone? Oh,
I just had a little taste.
So yeah, she drinking water. She must. I don't know what she got going on, but
I'm thirsty.
Oh, you've been getting your water intake overnight. So listen, we're gonna continue on in between, talking about Black women of the Bible and how we can find worth in what they did and how that kind of compares to us today. And so I'm gonna open up with this. Miriam, she was a courageous leader, but she was a courageous leader in the shadows, pretty much in the shadows. Now that right there is a topic all by itself. I find that to be amazing because a lot of people, they don't want to be in the shadows. They want to be out front.
Right.
in everything they do. Somebody say, no, you need to do it big, or you need to be up here, you need to be up here. But I like the fact that when you could do things in the shadow, you don't have to puff you up.
Right.
Others will acknowledge what you've done if it's been good. And so, you know, in today's society, and not just today, it's been going on. Pride is so crazy because everybody want to puff themselves up. You know, I gotta love me before I love anybody else, and I did this and I did that, and I made it. And I just want to remind y'all, just in case y'all didn't know, this dude named Lucifer. Yeah. That's what got his behind kicked clean up out of the kingdom.
Absolutely.
Pride. And you know, I've been able to check out a little pride in myself and others, and I'm like, no wonder that kicked him out. That thing is vicious.
Yeah. Yeah. Even in like the little things, like the little moments, because I had moments I had to ask myself, dang, is this pride? Yeah, this is prideful. And I would consider myself a pretty humble person, and I think this speaks to the humility that Miriam had. Because here we have another black woman playing the background.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And you have to check yourself. You have to check yourself, because pride is slithering like a snake. It just slithers on in. Just one little moment. You know, I heard people when I say, well, you know, I don't take no credit for that, honey. It was the Lord. But you did that. You did that. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have did it. Right. Trust me. If the Holy Spirit wouldn't have said, chill out, I probably wouldn't have did. I probably did something else. I probably did something else. Let's be real about it. We keep it hot. I probably wouldn't have did that. A whole lot of stuff came from the Lord, you know. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Sure did. So we're going to dive into some things about Miriam. One of the main ideas was Miriam proves that leadership does not always require a microphone.
That's very true.
You don't always have to give me the mic. Everybody got to hear me. Or one of my favorites, a title.
Oh, yeah.
A tag.
Yes.
Or a position. That definitely had to come from the Lord. He must have put that in me when I was little, because that is like people who with titles, tags, and positions are sometimes arrogant, prideful, obnoxious, all of the above. Right. And that thing can rub me wrong. Now, I don't know. When I was young, it rubbed me wrong. I don't know if it's maybe because I was a little prideful and it was rubbing me wrong because I saw myself, or it was just something God was doing to make me reflect, to say that's what you can't be. Because where I'm taking you, you can't bring that with you. Right. And if you hold on to that tight, you ain't going to be able to accomplish what I need to accomplish. So, however it was, I'm glad about it, because that thing stinks. Here's one. No offense to you all, like my girl Chelsea.
Hey, Cece.
Yeah, Chelsea Tomika Carr. Yes, got her doctorate.
Yes.
And
good job, girl.
Don't hear her running around here talking about, I'm Dr. Chelsea Carr.
Right.
I'm Dr. Carr.
Right.
She don't introduce herself. When you met her, she didn't say, I'm Dr. Carr.
Right.
I'm Chelsea.
Right.
And that right there speaks big, because I'm going to tell y'all a little story. I remember going back to New Orleans, and trust me, we are not downplaying you going back, getting your doctorate. Right. You know, but you're not my doctor, so I'm not calling you doctor.
Doctor.
And even some pastors, especially in the Caucasian area, they do not go around saying, I'm pastor, doctor, bishop. They be like, hi, I'm Joe. How you doing? Right. I remember visiting a church on the corner of my house in Atlanta. Had been going there because I was in a bad accident. So I had surgery, so I couldn't drive. So I would walk right up the street. It was like 2 blocks. Amazing church. I mean, you bring the coffee in there, bring your little snacks, and they not up in there eating and leaving. They don't leave dirty stuff. So, and I'll be real, I love being black. I love who God created me to be. But sometimes we don't know how to do that. We got to be leaving paper on the floor. The people didn't. They pick up their trash, you know. So they was, I was like, man, this is wonderful. And worshiping. It was no distraction. It was no distraction. But I remember the pastor Girl, he was standing outside, introducing himself, said, "Hi, I'm Joe." I'm just gonna use Joe. I don't remember his name. I'm Joe. How you doing? Oh, you live in the neighborhood? Boom, 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 boom. Didn't even know. And that day he wasn't preaching, I don't think. And it was probably like 4 Sundays or 3 Sundays in when I found out he was the pastor. I was like, oh, that's the pastor. I met Joe. I didn't know he was Pastor Joe. And nobody, it wasn't a big. But did they respect him as pastor? Did they honor him as the pastor?
Yeah.
Yes. But they didn't put him on a pedestal, and neither did he. And so I remember going back to New Orleans, moved down there, and knew a girl from somewhere, elementary, middle school, wasn't down there long during that time, but back and forth. And another acquaintance, she was like, "You remember so and so?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." She was like, "That's her." So when she walked up, I'm like, "Oh hey girl, how you doing?" And I said her name. This wonderful woman of the Lord had the audacity, the mitigating gall to say, "I'm Dr. So-and-so." I said, "That's nice, but you're not my doctor, girl." And I left her standing right there.
Right. I got a quick story too.
How arrogant is that?
Right.
That like we know,
yeah.
we knew each other, but we just outside the church, just hey, how you doing?
Right.
It's Doctor.
It's that. It's those.
Guess what I can
validation.
do? I can do this. I can call you nothing. Watch this. How I walked away.
Right. Yeah. Right. I got a quick story. I was somewhere, and it was a high school friend. She became a doctor or whatever, and I was introducing her to somebody. My parents always like, well, if they have a title, you do the title, and then you let them do whatever. So I said, oh, such and such, this is Dr. whoever it was. And she said, girl, no, I am Angela. Hey. And I was like, well, I was just saying.
Exactly, because...
But she was like, girl, I'm Angela. Girl, don't say that.
Because okay, girl. Some of us went back and got that just to be getting it.
Right.
Just to have the title, right? Yes, when I go to a doctor's office, and literally, it's, hey, I'm Dr. whoever, and that's it. You don't hear all that. But it's nothing where it's a whole lot of pride. And it's a lot of people. And I've heard this, well, I worked hard to get that. So, yeah, I work hard to get my degrees too, but you don't see me puffing it up. Right. We all work hard at things. But sometimes you can let that title get a hold of you and get prideful and arrogant. And it's so, Jesus didn't even run around saying, I'm the king. And he was gentle and humble in spirit.
Right. People were like, who is that?
He was letting everybody else tell
Jesus.
it.
Yeah.
And then the people that were closest to him wasn't even telling it like that.
Right. It's like, so we're not saying, you don't deserve respect. But I want my respect by being just Del Zora, the woman of God. Not because of how much schooling I have, how many degrees I have, how much money I have, how much property I have, how many people, how many likes I have.
Right.
If one person watched this and they get something out of it, that's enough for me. Because then that one person has something that stuck to them that allowed them to be a blessing to somebody else.
Yes.
So, yeah. So, anyway, that just had to put that out there. Be humble, y'all. In all things, just be humble. Be humble. God, Jesus was humble.
Right.
So, sit down.
Be humble.
What
Kendrick Lamar, sit down.
Prophet is Kendrick Lamar.
Yes.
Be humble. Sit down.
Sit down.
Yeah.
You did that, and that's enough.
Mike Todd be speaking into existence on them. Yes. And so it requires the courage to protect, the strategic wit to negotiate, and the resilience to adapt when the culture narrative ignores you. So I'm going to read that again for you. Miriam proves that leadership does not always require a microphone or a title. But what it does require is the courage to protect, the strategic wit to negotiate, gotta have that wisdom, that wittiness, and the resilience to adapt when culture narrative ignores you. That's what matters. That's what matters. David was the king way before he even sat on the throne, and he went on back and finished doing them sheep. So just be humble. I think that's the key. And let's take and see what little things we can get out of Miriam for the day. Let's see. So what you got about Miriam for the
So,
day? You got
Miriam.
anything? Here you go. You need this. If you got some of your little notes on there. On here. They may be on there somewhere. Just kick it off.
So Miriam was the oldest sister of Moses.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, during the time Pharaoh said everybody, all the boys had to be killed.
Yeah.
So Miriam and her mama were hiding Moses, and then they couldn't hide him anymore. So Miriam took the baby in the basket to the river, to the Nile River. She saw Pharaoh's daughter down there. So she was like, okay, I'm going to put the baby in the water so they can find him. Because if Pharaoh's daughter gets him, he'll be protected. They're not going to kill him. Because Pharaoh's daughter, she the princess. She do what she want to do.
Yeah.
For the most part. So that's what she did.
Now, don't you, isn't that something how God probably just kind of touched Miriam to kind of know, like, she not going to turn him in.
Right.
She not going to, her heart, God had already went and touched her heart to have compassion.
Right.
To be like, oh, one of the Hebrew babies. Oh, like, you
Yeah.
should have been able to do that real good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know.
Like, oh my goodness, it's our baby.
Yeah.
Like
see,
the
that's what
cow.
she had, because I don't be doing
And
all
that's
that.
crazy to
Like
have
the cow.
compassion for the baby that was
The
floating
cow.
in the river. First of all.
So, this girl, I heard about this story a few minutes ago before we got started. They passed. The people got little animals. She wants to stop and get the people cow back into the
It was
pasture.
outside the fence.
But
It was a baby.
She didn't say she wanted to stop. It was it's a cow. And I said, please stop acting like me. We're not going to get the cow.
And I am an older sister, so I get.
Leave them people cows alone.
So, and I told them,
Leave
the
people cows
mama
alone.
cow over there mooing and making whatever communication the cows have, moo, 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 moo. I told you not to go back over there on that side, figure it out like we do as parents. Figure out how to get back. The cow was going to be fine.
Sure, he fine.
He was all right.
But save a cow, that's all.
Save a cow.
But go ahead. Sorry about that. That was cute.
But so it's just crazy for her to have compassion for this baby like that was abandoned, right? 'Cause that was probably the conception. But not for the babies, the little boys that they were killing. Right. But it's like, nobody wanted you, so we're gonna care for you. Boy, it's just crazy. It's just mind blowing to me to like have that perspective. But it also, I guess, it shows you the hand and the favor that Moses had over his life.
Exactly. God was ordering those steps, and as long as people followed through, because it could have went a different way, but God touched her heart. Yeah.
Right. And God put the right person there at that time. Because they didn't know Pharaoh's daughter was going to be there. They didn't know who was going to be at the river.
Right. Well, she probably did, because she probably went and bathed at the same time every day.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, because,
her schedule.
Her schedule. So they probably did it based on schedule. But you know what else was curious? Because probably should have looked this up to see how old Moses was at the time, but they hid Moses, so they was going. The guards and stuff was probably going through to and fro in the town to find all these kids. But they was able. So I was watching a movie, and I don't know the name of the movie, but it was about Moses, and it was like they hid him in the wall or something, like created, because how everything was made. Or whatever. I think that's what I saw. Like they hid him somewhere, but. It was just amazing how even for a little baby, they was able to keep him quiet.
Right.
So the hand of God was definitely on his life.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it says that his sister Miriam stood in a distance to see what would happen. So Pharaoh's daughter discovered the baby, as we said. And then the young girl approached Pharaoh's daughter and offered a solution. So in Exodus 2:7-9, it says, then his sister asked Pharaoh's daughter, shall I go and get one of the Hebrew women to nurse the baby for you? So who was the Hebrew woman he got? She went and got the nursing.
Yeah.
Who y'all think it was?
Pharaoh's.
It was
her mama.
His mama.
Yeah.
His mama. So his mama still was able to be there. Yeah. And watch over her baby.
So when we look at Miriam back then in Exodus, we see a blueprint for the modern woman who we are constantly navigating high stakes environments without any title. There's some of us on the back end who doing stuff like this, strategically watching and moving in the shadows and making things happen. In the school system, you got that cafeteria lady who knows that child is not being fed, so she give him maybe a little bit extra.
Don't say nothing about
Don't
that
say
extra
nothing.
fruit cup.
Don't say nothing. Give him a little bit extra because she knows she looking, and God then touched her heart and pointed that child out. That child is not that child is almost malnourished. So that particular cafeteria worker or the janitor, he didn't slip in and see that the little boy's clothes is a little dirty all the time, so he slip and give him a little jacket. It's the little things. And so navigating high stake environments without a formal title. And so think about her as a young girl standing by the Nile. She's standing there. She's watching over her baby brother, right? Mama done made this basket. Mama done came up with a plan. Somebody gonna grab her. And if not, Mama, I can only imagine as a mother, I can't let y'all just come take him and kill him. But even if I put him out here in this water, in this basket, if nobody take him, then the hand of God is just going to be on him. But I can't watch you take and kill him. So if he got to die, he can't die with me watching you kill him, you know? And so she doesn't just watch, though. Miriam standing there, she's strategizing. Last week when I was out here, Pharaoh's daughter, around this time, she looking up, this about the time. This about the time when she coming. Her and her maidens, they coming. And she negotiates. She negotiates with royalty. She's like, And then, like you said, she secure not just a job for a mom with her son, but a paid job.
Yeah.
Because you know she going to take care of him.
Pharaoh's daughter said, nurse him for me and I will pay you.
Yeah.
So the woman who was his mother took him and nursed him.
Nah, it don't get no better than that.
Because of Miriam's brave intervention.
And so
Miriam could have just watched and let her get the baby and not do nothing else.
Right.
Like, oh, he good. But she said, oh, he got to eat. How he going to eat?
I got to bring him back to my mama again. Miriam, like, my mama.
Yeah, this our brother. I'm going to watch out for my brother.
So let's bring that back to today. You know, I talked about the cafeteria worker, the janitor. But how some people go out here and you know, there are some people in their families and neighbors and all that. I'm just gonna mind my business. But then you got that lady who, those children are not being taken care of. Their life is at stake, and she'd step in, and people be like, she should mind her business.
Right.
Yeah, all foster care is not perfect, but I know what you're going through right here. I know you getting beat, locked in the closet, not eating. I know you being left while mama go out and daddy go out and they whatever they got, they sick, they junkie, whatever they doing, and that neighbor say no.
Right.
But not, and then you might have the one who take it a step further. I'm calling, but I'm also letting you know I'll take them.
Right.
I'll take them. Going the extra miles, strategizing. I see what's going on. Or the neighbor who goes over and say, I can watch them for you in the afternoon. Right. Or just bring some food over there.
Exactly.
We need to allow God to move compassion in our heart.
Right.
To be a help and stop talking about, ain't got nothing to do with me. You watching kids struggle. You watching people struggle when there's something in your hands that you can do.
Right.
And you don't even have to be known. You can wait till it's dark and go slip the basket on the porch with some food on there.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So, or some clothes or
whatever
it is.
So I have a question for y'all too, as mothers. Because the way I thought of this, like, of course that, but the other thing was like, dang, have I sat and had a conversation with my mom because there was something that my brother maybe wouldn't do, and she was like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. So have you ever had to intervene in the background with your children, maybe with a sibling of the other children? Because I know you have girls, right? You have girls
and a boy,
and a boy. So have you ever had to, like, you know, play the background with one of your other children for that child.
Yes.
So what you mean? Play in the background for one child against the other child?
This is how, in my mind, I put it together, right? So like you said, she was watching, and then she went to Miriam. She was like, Miriam, when she goes at this time, you're going to make sure you're down there, and you're just going to be like, oh, hey, you want me to get somebody to go nurse her for you, and you're going to come get me. So, like, is there a time where
you had to navigate a situation
for one of your children and be like, yo, Didi, or, you know.
Yeah, definitely. You always, and now in this situation, the way the Bible plays it out is as if mom, it was really Miriam who came up with the plan. Mom just said, take him to the Nile and put the basket in the water. Miriam came up with the plan. But as a mother, there are times where I have to intervene and say, no, this is how we're going to do it to make sure it happens, or this is how I'm suggesting that it be done. Especially having a daughter who's not with the father of her children. You know what I'm saying? I intervene on that. Where, there are parents who be like, sit back, well, I ain't going to get involved, you know. But I am also a prayerful woman, so I know when to go in and how to go in. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in your business, but I'm on the outskirts because God gonna let me keep my eye on you. And it's funny because I just did a video to my son. So like on my kid's birthday, you know, I may post something, but also I send a personal video, personal ministry video to my children where they are now, where I see God has brought them from, and where I'm not me, but where I know God is expecting them to go. So it comes with correction. If I see things that they're doing in their life that they are walking in sin, because we all sin and fall short, but it's a difference when I know that you're doing this every day and that's not the will of God. So I send these messages. But one of the things I will tell, like in these videos or messages that I send to my kids, and the reason why I do it like that, there are instances where I need to have that one-on-one face-to-face with you, but then there are instances where even if it wasn't where I had cell phone today, where I would probably write a letter. Because what that's saying is, I don't need to hear nothing you have to say right now. I need you to take what I'm saying, pray about it, eat on it, because I know what I'm saying is coming from the throne. And so I ain't got time to argue with you. Right? Because if I already see an area where you walking in sin, I already know you about to be like trying to push back, right? I ain't got time for that. I'm going to give you this good word, you eat on that thing. So I do that a lot. I ain't gonna even lie. As a whole, but I don't like get involved like even with my daughter, like with discipline her kids, you know, so we discipline totally different. My daughter is one of those what they call them, the gentle parenting. She do the gentle parenting. Boy, my nerves be shot like Papa. And y'all know, anybody who know me know my chocolate drop, that was my ride or die. When she turned 10 and start changing, I was kind of mad, like, I need my chocolate drop. That was my girl, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like, good morning, Darian. Good morning.
I don't know who made children between the age of 12 and 16 not morning people or
and the crazy
not ready for the morning.
And the crazy thing is, it's nothing new. It's just new to me as a grandmother because I've seen it in her mom, you know what I'm saying? But my daughter, even with the gentle parenting, she is a phenomenal mom. She reminds me of my sister, though, my sister Connie. But Dee is a little more, Dee laughed at her kids sometimes. Now, I wish I had the laughing spirit, not for them, but I wish I had the laughing spirit for people in the street. I was thinking about that this morning. I was telling Chelsea, my bestie, about that. I was like, I just want to get to that point when I see the devil working in somebody, I just be like, praise the Lord that you're going to be delivered or something like that. So Dee had that laughing spirit at her kids. And I can only imagine she laughing like, child, you don't even know. If you don't get it together, I'm about to knock you out or whatever. But some things she just laughing. I'd be like, why you laugh? That ain't fun. Like, and then it be so crazy because then I do eventually laugh. But it's like, it's not a laughing matter. But she is a great mom, but we parent different, and there's nothing wrong with that. And are there some of my parenting skills that should have been better? Are there some of us that should be better? Every parent. There was the only book to that was the Bible.
Right.
Raise up a child in the way that they should go.
Mm-hmm.
That means according to his will. Spare the rod, you're spoiling the child. He said that so clear. If you spare the child a spanking, discipline, punishment, you're spoiling the child.
Right.
And you may not see it even in their childhood, but baby, I bet you'll see it in their adulthood.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when it's harder. That's when it's harder. And parents like me, I've said it to my kids, like, you know, I apologize. I should have been better. And they be like, better what you did. They don't see it. So I'm like, oh, you ain't wise yet.
Yeah.
You still ain't wise in that area because God didn't already showed it to me.
Right.
He didn't condemn me. He may have convicted me so that I can see prayer over that now that I can see it.
Right.
That I did this a little bit different. I probably wouldn't be dealing with this. But we, as a Christian people, we try to act like we were supposed to go through all of those things. No. He gave us a whole book.
A guideline.
A guideline. And if we follow, there's some things we don't have to go through. No, God wanted you to go out there and prostitute. I don't believe that. There's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can. Jesus himself would have to tell me that's what I wanted her to make of herself till she get delivered. No, but because you didn't, he or she, he said, I still got a way to get you back. So I'm gonna send to Moya. I'm gonna send Moya, and Moya gonna minister to the young woman. I'm gonna send Miss Get Up. She gonna minister. You know, I'm gonna send some people to get you back. Because at the end of the day, he's such a gentleman. He don't force you to do nothing.
Right.
But he's gonna make sure his plan that he has for you is executed.
He's gonna try now, and you could keep on being disobedient, and that plan don't come. Let's be real. There's another one. Here we go. Moses. Moses was supposed to go to the promised land, right?
Yes.
So now y'all want to tell me that that God never meant for Moses to go to the promised land? Yes, he did.
Right.
But Moses did some disobedient stuff, like speak to the rock, Moses. He hit the rock. Moses.
That's not what he said do.
I was Moses. He said, speak to her. And said, she didn't speak to me.
Bop. Or just.
Oh, she ain't what I say?
That's the literal. Whatever. He really hit the rock.
Like what?
Wow.
He said, you know, so then it changed. Moses was supposed to go to the promised land, but his disobedience stopped him. Didn't mean God didn't love him no more?
Right.
No. Didn't mean that God still didn't do amazing things in his life?
Right.
No. It meant your disobedience stopped you from going to the promised land. Also, David. David was supposed to build a temple. God said, you got blood on your hand, buddy.
Can't do it.
You won't be the one to build my house.
No.
Your son gonna have
to
killed
Uriah. That's who he got killed, right?
Yeah. That's where he started. Let's not even go. Now he killed Uriah. You had a whole plot like that's right there.
He had a manifesto.
We ain't even gonna get on Moses. That's for another day, because that right there, I was thinking about that this morning. Woo, but honey. So anyway, yeah, this is good. This is good. This is good. Thank you. Just like the camera just up, but you caught him anyway.
Yeah.
But
see,
special guest was
see what I'm saying?
About not to spare the rod.
That right there is where y'all saw it.
Special guest.
The Messiah, little Messiah. Instead, we were trying to get him out the camera. He got caught in it. Then he had to turn around and give y'all some attention.
Right.
But it's okay. So yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
As parents, we do have to intervene and you know, and sometimes it'd be like, did you tell your child to do that? Like, girl, you shouldn't have lied. But in some instances, it's like I had to do something. Like I think in that instance, it was two choices that Moses' mom could have made. She could have said, God, when they come, I know you're going to cover my child. And she could have waited out and seen. But maybe her faith wasn't there. So she said, no, I got to get him up out of here. And then God said, okay, I always got a ram in the bush. Right?
Right.
So the ram in the bush was what?
His sister.
And the princess.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I believe God has, so this is my belief. I believe that God has a direct, perfect plan But after the garden, he said, I'm going to have some detours for them because now they're going to be jumping and doing this. And so he always got a plan to get you back if your heart is obedient to do that.
Right.
That's the kind of loving God I see. Because otherwise, no, y'all just do what I want you to do and that's it, right?
Right. Or I'm going to strike you down.
Yeah.
But he's not like that.
Yeah. That's why he gave us all that is written, at least to me, is he didn't spare the rod. Yeah. He didn't. He's like, I love you enough to tell you you're not coming. I'm going to let you outside the gate. Yeah. What is it? What is that song? It was like, you outside, but you can't get in. Like,
yeah. And he wished that we would all get in. And I just, a little detour. Yesterday, I had the privilege, the honor, and the amazing blessing from the Lord thy God through his son, Jesus Christ and Holy Spirit, to lead my grandson in a prayer of salvation. Phenomenal. Let me tell you something. Have I led other people into to Christ? I have. Yeah. But this was just special to me. And it was so amazing. It was something that a lot of people do. So talking to my grandson, there was a little situation he called me about. And when I said, do you believe God? He was like, yeah, but I'm not religious. Boy, I was just, it was unexpected to hear him say that. But however, it is the norm for people. Yeah. It is the norm. They're like, well, I'm not religious. I said, and that's good because it has nothing to do with religion. This is about relationship. And so for me, it was such a beautiful thing because a day or two before that, I felt, and only I felt like I acted outside of the will of God. When I look back at it now, I really didn't sin. I just now see that I wanted to I should have laughed. That was one of those moments where I wish I could have just laughed and kept doing what I was doing and be like, devil, I see you, but you're not about to get my attention. Right. I got to be like Nehemiah. I got to keep my eye. I got to stay on the wall. I got to stay on the wall. Right. And so since I didn't stay on the wall and I gave attention to it, that ripped me, for me personally, because I want to get to the point to be like Nehemiah. I can't come down and play with you, nigga. I'm about my father's business. You know what I'm saying? So I was feeling a little salty, just me for me. Got the comfort, the care, the prayer from all of the right people, but for me. So that part was like, okay, this is great, amazing. But not only that, it was the day before when his father was shot down 13 times by 2 officers who allowed the enemy to use them. And then the enemy goes and tries to torment my grandson. So he came and aggravated me. He tried to torment my grandson right before that day. And I may have missed it for me the day before. But when you come from my people,
you don't miss that.
It's a whole nother thing. I'm not about to play with you, yo. Right. And so when my grandson, he said, I'm not religious, it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's about relationship. Right. And to have the opportunity to lead my grandson in the prayer of salvation was just top dollar. And so I was thinking about that. I didn't lead my 3 children in the prayer, but I taught them everything while they was little, and I was right there when they decided, Ma, I want to go up there and I want to accept Jesus. I thought that was excitement. Like, yo, I put the work in. I did what he said. I put the work in. I made sure, and they went. My granddaughter, I don't think I led her. I don't know when she accepted Christ. And Daria, if you watch this, remind me. But I know one thing, she and I got baptized together.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because I was baptized, but I couldn't remember. I remember getting baptized as a child, but I couldn't remember as an adult when I accepted Jesus as I didn't accept Jesus as an adult. I accepted Jesus at 16 on my own. I couldn't remember if I got baptized after that or did I do it somewhere in between. So, granted, the fruits of the Spirit have been shown, but I wanted to make sure that I do a testament, because baptism doesn't save you. It just lets people know that I'm standing on business, that I accepted Jesus. So I'm going to go down in the water the same way Jesus did. Because this is an example that now I'm going down dirty and I'm coming back up clean, right? So the fact that I was able to do that with my granddaughter, a highlight for me. That was amazing. To do that with Chocolate Drop, that was a highlight for me, right? But then I remember sitting with my grandson, Messiah. We were sitting in this, I think at our old place, but sitting on the couch, and he went to talking about, he was like, Michael Tide, he said, I want to do that. And I think my daughter said, Mom, you heard him? Or something like that. Something. And I was like, well, let's talk about it. So just talking to him about what it means. Do you believe in God? Who is God? Do you believe in Jesus? Who is Jesus to God? You know, went through the whole process. And to lead I led both of my grandsons to the Lord.
That's
phenomenal.
Almost moved me to tears, because that's like.
Oh, when I tell you I was running around Sugar Creek Charter. But let me tell you also what topped it off. So I shared it with the women in the women's group. And they was excited. Shared it with my nephew. But I shared it with the CL I work under. In the joy, the excitement that she had, and grabbing me, and like, man, because see, sometimes we look at people, and you know, they're good people, but you don't you don't really get to see their spiritual life in the workforce,
right?
But you get to see some of their fruit, right? But when I tell you the way that woman embraced, and like, I'm trying to make coffee, she stood over there the whole time. She was so excited. And that's what the angels do when one of us come to the Lord. The angels get so excited. They rejoice with you. And it was amazing. And I just, every person that came in contact with me, I think I told them, I just couldn't keep it to myself. That thing was, but just going back thinking like, wow, I led both of my grandsons to Christ. I got baptized with my granddaughter. And I reared my children in the word that led them as young kids to go to Christ. I'm like, I thank you, Lord. I'm so humble, because who would have thought somebody crazy like me would be doing that? Who would have thought somebody as bold and sometimes just like, nigga, what?
Very bold, outspoken.
Would have, that God would have allowed me to do that for my family. So let me tell you, devil I serve, you know this. My whole family gonna be saved, nigga. My whole family. All of y'all, if you see this, you down there in New Orleans, you in California, where you at, and you ain't accepted Jesus, he coming. We coming for you. We coming for you, because you will be a part of God's kingdom.
I know you don't like titles, but Miss Kidda, I think we have met Miriam. I think we have met Miriam.
Miriam, Naomi,
We can just keep going.
When I tell you, and that's
Zipporah.
the beauty is that just doing what we may not get it all right, but what did he say? He said, come on, Holy Spirit. He said, you've been faithful over a few things. Now I'm going to make you ruler over many. He didn't say you was faithful over a whole lot of stuff down there, Eulalia, on earth. Now I could use you. He said you've been faithful over a few. A few things. And I, with all my heart, I pray that them few things count. Okay, we gotta because baby, I feel like getting up and run up and down these stairs about now. I don't need to lose no more weight, just this little bit of tummy. Okay, all right. But Miriam, just just phenomenal. So we're gonna take a pivot from there. Mm-hmm. We're gonna take a pivot because not only was she in the shadows with her little brother,
she was definitely in the shadows once they crossed that Red Sea.
Come on now, speak.
Go ahead, tell us about the Red Sea.
That Red Sea
just
thing.
to like highlight the journey. This is, I couldn't even imagine running from Pharaoh, then get into this water, and here they come, and I'm like, then people, they was like, you done brought us all this way, and we at the water, and they right there, we gone, we done, we over with, and then, you know, God put my staff in the water, and then boom, so here you are in front of this miracle, and you're like, oh my God, it's the sea. And I think of the movie every time because you see the whales and everything. They made it so like
that was the newer version with
majestic,
the fish
and
stuff.
You see the fish. But
I
didn't
see that. It's in one of the newer movies.
And you can see like whales and stuff. So they made it this moment.
Yeah.
Then you see the water just come down on Pharaoh and the guards. That's traumatic.
Right.
So they get to this other side.
They were gonna be able to cross.
And they're like feeling all these emotions. And what does she do but grab a tambourine and begin to play and worship? Yes. And not just standing by herself, you know. Yeah. She's like, come on, she's encouraging the ladies.
Come on,
like,
let's go. And they dancing.
Right.
So she took a moment that was so like, kind of like, you in awe, you scared, you heart palpitations, and she took it into like this joyous moment. This moment to shine in strength, but to shine among everybody.
Yeah. And you know what? You said something. She said, what was it you? One of y'all said that, and then you speak it. It was quick. What would make them think that they was going to cross?
Oh, yeah.
But guess what?
Yeah. What made them think they was going to be able to cross the Red Sea?
Because look at the example our forefathers have placed. They gave us a whole roadmap. God allowed them to put this in print in a book, right? But look at the forefathers, like close proximity, grandparents, great grandparents, and they done told us and showed us. And then we so cocky, we like, oh, that ain't gonna happen to me. That ain't gonna happen to me.
Right.
I ain't worried about it.
Right.
And then that's what happened. You so the enemy done got you so cocky and arrogant. You think nobody can take you down. And like you said, it was traumatic. Like, just watch. Like, there, on one hand, you like, ooh, the power of God.
Right.
So, take the what? Like, you almost like, that can't be real. But when you start thinking about, he created the sun, the moon, the trees, the air, the water, the animals.
Yes.
He that He that powerful. He's that mighty. And then to see that water just coming. So thinking about it was one thing. But I think the first time seeing the movie was another thing. But then after traveling, we used to be going to Western Carolina where Gary went to school at, played ball. We go and see him. I never forget. We was leaving one night after a game. And I was going to take this little, I think Gary probably told us, take this other road to get us to wherever quicker. And I went to go down this road, y'all.
Through the mountains.
In the road, the trees was like, the Red Sea High was like covered, when it started covering over. And I couldn't see. All I could see is right in front of me. If I did a reverse out this, ain't no mountain lions about to come on this car. So for me, thinking about them, when you saw that water up,
right? Like,
I think I'm the soldiers in the back coming behind Pharaoh. Nigga, forget Pharaoh. I'm about to turn around and get back to dry land.
Right.
I'm going this way.
Yeah.
While he keep going that way by himself. Because I'm going back. Because if he was able to, my thought pattern now is if he was able to raise it up.
He could put it down.
He going to bring it down. And then my mind flashing. Everything that this dude said was going to happen, it happened.
Right.
God had on him.
Got bit up by giant mosquitoes, frogs everywhere.
Blood everywhere. Babies dying.
This me.
And like anger issues.
Me
go by yourself.
That's where we be going wrong. We following people,
and
you see them doing, getting Like, and you just keep following.
Back to the house. I would have got the wife, the kids. Let's go, Lord. I believe in your word.
When Pharaoh
and
said everybody
get up out of here.
When he said everybody
gone,
ride out, like whatever the command was, get the chariot, everybody, let's go. They'd have been looking for me with a flashlight in the daytime.
I would have
because me and my family would have found us a hole somewhere.
Gone.
I'm not following Pharaoh no more. He done enough. And even in the movie, you see where the dude. I'm sorry if he was a prophet or whatever. I don't know what he was, but the man, his what do you call a person who you speaks into your ear, your confidant?
Oh, his counsel.
His counsel. His counsel in the movie is like, basically like, yo, we need to stop this because, and he telling him no, and you still going. Yeah, at this point.
And that's your counsel that you picked to advise you on what.
And then you're not going to listen to him. Right. At this point, it's like, God, you put me to advise him and he not listening. Can you get, for now, this is almost like that, ooh, this is good. Thank you, Holy Spirit. A woman follow unto her husband as long as he's following unto the Lord.
Right.
God, love my husband, and I know you told me to be obedient to him. He's not listening to you. What you want me to do? Do I keep following him? You gonna protect me, or do you want me not to follow? I need you to tell me what not. Right. Because I'm trying to stay obedient. Because you say, I'm following my husband. I'm standing by his side. But he not following you. I think that's when God get a permission that you did the right thing. You did the right thing, daughter. Right. No, you don't follow him. Because now he done beat off. I'm not following you to hell.
Right. No, that's
not following you to jail.
No.
I'm not following you doing the wrong thing.
So that means no, ladies, you cannot ride or die. That don't make no sense.
You better go ahead, Moya.
No, you cannot ride or die.
I'm ride or die as long as you're doing right.
Right.
Exactly. That is definitely not
intelligent. Doing right. Yeah.
That's not intelligent, ladies. I'm ride or die no matter what, even to the end. They dead wrong. And you be the one died too.
Listen.
Right. Or be the one under the jail.
Yeah.
Ooh,
so
this is good.
I have a question, and maybe we don't answer it because I feel like this question could go on for hours and hours. And I even posed the question to y'all, like, what is the Red Sea in your life?
Ah, that's good. That's
good. What has
been your Red Sea
that Jesus has come and just parted, so that you can walk through. Because people, the misconception is something I'm learning as a new believer, because I believed this before I gave my life over, is that God only does for people who like go super hard when he wants you to go super hard. That's a goal, but he loves you anyway. So that means he's going to part it for you because, he sent his son to die for us. So it's like,
what's your Red Sea? What's my Red Sea?
And so you see why I said that question could be like, we could talk for like another hour and a half, because depending on the experience that you may have,
you can have multiple Red Sea.
More than one.
Yeah. But one of my biggest Red Sea moments, I believe, is God, the journey after Zayas. I think that's my Red Sea, where he had to come in so that things wouldn't go left, and even come in with the healing. That's good though. But just the thought of thinking, what are others some? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So,
well, one of mine is the same. Having things go left after Zayas was killed, and then being able to go to God and ask him for help and to help get me back is a really big one. And also health issues, like the issue of blindness. That was something. And then one more was not listening to God and doing my own thing, moving to Charlotte, and then ending up without somewhere to live, and God sending someone to help me. Even though I could have went many places. I could have went to her house. I could have went to a bunch of folk houses. No, I'm going to Charlotte. Just disobedient. Didn't listen. Didn't ask. Just said I'm going to do. So,
and those are those times that you have to take accountability. And, you know, because people will be like, well, he wanted you to go through that. No, he didn't. I did that on my own. Now, and I learned some hard lessons that I didn't have to.
Right, because I didn't seek counsel. I didn't pray about going to Charlotte. I said, I'm going.
Right.
Yeah. So that's good.
See, for me, probably being paralyzed, like not being able to walk, to write, you know, and then being a painter. And during that time in my life, painting was like such a huge outlet. So to just literally be like this, like stiff to stop, like it's just like it was something that he showed me, because like
that's good. So in this, as we fast forwarded to this moment where we talked about her being the leading woman, because that's what she exemplified, being the leading woman of the Israel to praise God. So she taught them how to praise with the tambourine, like you said, after the crossing. She just went in on it, right? She officially is recognized as a prophetess. She gets recognized as a prophetess. And then we go even fast forward some more later on in her life, when she speaks up about leadership structures alongside Aaron. However, she takes a little detour, because where she did the right thing, and this for me is an example of us today. You do the right, and then something come and you do the wrong.
Because you inflated by that title.
Because you didn't allow a little bit of what you was able to do to get big in your life, and so you make a decision. You know, now I can speak on things that you ain't have no business speaking of. So we got to be very humble and careful.
Right.
And not take these things and let them sit on our shoulder and carry them and build. We got to stop letting stuff go up like this, and we got to stay humble and keep them where they need to be. Because, you know, some people said, well, why did God strike Miriam and not Aaron? Well, because Miriam instigated it, I believe. I feel like Miriam went to Aaron, you know, just like. And it caught. It's funny because it's like, Aaron, how many times you keep letting people talk you into doing stuff? Because Aaron let the people talk him into making the false gods. Because Moses was up there too long. They like, you know, and then
impatient.
The people. Forget the people. Aaron, you just get persuaded. Now here Miriam and got you into, and then that leads to today women face the exact dilemma that Miriam faced. We're expected to be strategic protectors, crisis managers, cultural cheerleaders. But then we get so arrogant. I want equality. I should get paid more. I can do this just as good as he can. I can. And she didn't really say all those things, but that's what she proved when she like, hey. And then the fact that she didn't like Moses' wife, because she was a basically black girl woman. Because they were people of color.
Right. They were brown.
And that go to show you how racism could be right, you know, or prejudice right within your own race. She was not down with that, and then had words against this woman. So Miriam should teach us that our contributions are vital. But it also should warn us about getting caught up in having double standards about each other. And here's the thing. When God says equally yoked, he's not talking about the same race. He's talking about the same spiritual. Don't be equally yoked with someone who does not love your Father. Don't be equally yoked with someone who served Buddha and you serving Jesus.
Exactly.
Because we're all his people. black, white, whatever, you know. And there's been a running joke even in my household. My daughter used to say, if a black man marry a white woman, he don't really love his mom. And the crazy thing is, I used to be like, that is so crazy. But there's other women who believe that. There's some mothers who believe that.
I've heard that before too.
It's not that. Maybe I'm not looking at whether my mom black, my girlfriend white, my mom Indian, my girlfriend black. I need to look at, are you a woman of God? Are you a man of God?
Are you equally yoked?
Are you equally yoked spiritually? Because just because you marry a white woman don't mean y'all going to hell. But you marry a woman that's unequally yoked, you might mess around and miss all your blessings here on earth because you following her or following him instead of drawing them. So it's like, no, I'm not about to lock in with you until we get this all straight before, not afterwards.
That's a whole conversation in itself about race and marriage.
Yeah, so that's why we shouldn't be jumping in sexual relationship. We need to know how you love your family, what you believe, and as a woman of God, you got to. I got to see the fruits of the Spirit. I got to know that you love God 100% completely. You love yourself correctly, and you love others compassionately. If you don't have those three things and they don't show in your life, then we about to stay acquaintances.
Right.
Because even as friends, I'm not about to let you drag me into places, you know?
Right.
And it just made me think about, like, even just being acquaintances with people. I know there are people, and even people closer to me, you know, they still, it's like, if I was hanging out there before I got saved, and I'm 5 years in, 2 years in, 3 years in, whatever, why am I still hanging out there?
Right.
That makes, you should look at yourself. Because whatever I was going there for in the world, and I've heard people, well, no, because, you know, they sell food. Nigga,
they got food everywhere.
Okay, you just go to a food truck.
Order it to go and pick it up. Yeah, you ain't got to stay there.
You still like to be in that same company.
Right.
And you don't get that.
You're
trying to be in that same company. That means your spirit is still there.
That's just like when people have something and they still in the things that you used to do, but they haven't. Oh, it's their 50th birthday party or whatever. That don't mean you can't go. You just don't stay and wallow in there with them. You go, you drop your gift off. Hey, da da da. Well, you know, I had something else or whatever.
Oh no, I just came to say hi. I do not desire to stay.
I just want to drop by.
Because guess what? If I show up at a party, had a young lady tell me about this before she went somewhere because it was a relative. They kept begging her to go, and then she get there and they doing coke, they doing all kinds of stuff. So now you sitting there talking about I wasn't doing it, but when the police come and raid,
you going
too. You cannot say, no, I was just there. Because why would you sit in a place that you don't do this kind of stuff and be okay with that?
Right.
No. So some of the key prompts I want to kind of talk about here is the pivot. As women today, as men today, whoever you are, how do we shift from protecting the asset, like Miriam did at the Nile, to being recognized as the asset ourselves?
I think it shows in the works that you do. Like you don't have to tell, you don't have to go tell them, like, girl, you know, I done saved all these animals, child, and they gonna give me an award for saving all the animals. You just saved the animals.
You know what? One more time.
Exactly.
I'm tired of the cows.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Or you go and like
whatever.
You do the work. You just do it.
And do it without expectation.
Without expectation. And somebody else, this what bothers me, because I used to do it all the time. Somebody in conversation, and they're having a conversation about whatever. They're talking about community service, just a conversation. Oh yeah, we doing feeding the homeless, and well, I fed the homeless. Because I used to have to compare myself to. You ain't got to say nothing. Now somebody asks you a question, you answer. But you're like, oh, well, that's good. Or whatever. You don't have to add in that you did it too.
Yeah, and I think
You don't
that's
have
another
to.
answer to that question is the humility.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the work you do, you have to have humility in
Right.
it. Because
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to run around and be like, I put Moses in the basket. I made sure like, can you imagine if she was loud about it? Like,
Right.
Get lit. I did that.
hey,
I did that.
Like, I think it's in your humility.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because you might not do it perfect. You might
Right.
mess up.
Mm-hmm.
But God knows. God knows. This is a moment where it is okay to say God knows your heart. This is that moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we like to throw that around.
Mm-hmm.
And
We
what
like
you
to throw that
do,
around.
everything you do comes to the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But you shouldn't have to bring it to the light.
exactly.
Yeah.
Who
So-
is that? Who is that? Who is the people? Is
The
it
Pharisees.
the Pharisees? And they got to be loud
Loud, they
about
gotta
it
be-
and stuff like that.
They got to be heard. Yeah.
Right.
All right. So here's another one: the double standard. Why is female? So I'm just throwing this out there. This really isn't like kind of what happened, because the leprosy thing was Miriam instigating. So even in today's time, and I'll take it back to kids, they get in trouble, but then they want to talk about, well, he did it too.
Right.
I ain't see him.
I'm talking about what you did.
I'm talking about what you did.
Yeah.
I saw you.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't speak on that, but I saw you take initiative for what you did. So it's like a
Right.
double, but they want to say, that's double standards. No, that's facts. And that's fairness. Just because you say they did it, don't mean they did it.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You saying it because you got caught. You would have never said nothing had you not got caught.
Exactly.
So why is female ambition or critique often penalized more severely than male critique in corporate and religious spaces? And the flip side of that is it really just because it's the male that they looking at the male over the female, or is it just because the female, you trying to make such a fuss? Sit down, be humble.
I think, so my perspective on this is, I feel like people like pick and choose information from the Bible. And because they don't read, they take parts of it and don't dig for the context. So because it mentions that women submit yourselves to your husband, because the woman was made from Adam, I think people try to use that to validate why our opinions come second, why we should submit ourselves in every part of life to a man.
Okay.
So that's just kind of like I feel like I wanted to say weaponized, but I didn't know if that was fair to say, like they weaponize parts of the Bible for certain scenarios.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah. And it's fact, people pull out what they want. But yeah, it's sometimes I don't see it like that. Sometimes there's certain situations I'm like, it ain't have nothing to do with him being a male. It had to do with you being loud and kind.
And that's also true.
I mean,
Right.
I've seen that situation. Somebody talking about, can you believe he got it over me because he was a male? No, I believe he got it because you loud and common, and who wants you as a leader?
Right.
Right.
I
You
mean,
can't go out and represent.
I'm not trying to knock you down, but I'm
Right.
saying, like, you got to look at all parts of it.
Right.
And in this case, that's not the kind of person they were looking for. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But then, yeah, there is a flip side where, you know, sometimes it's like, nah, I'd rather a male in it and not a woman because they don't think you can be that, you know.
Right.
But
so there's some women that are too emotional.
yeah.
I had an experience like that.
And excuse me, but and there's some occasions where women do not know how to put their emotions in check. I've been there. Like we carry that stuff. It's just the way we were made. Some of us, you know,
Right.
and then some of us try to hold it back, but then we become harsh, and cold.
Right.
Because now you don't want it to come out. Instead of, let's just have some balance with it. There's a time and place for your emotions, and there's a time, sometime where we got to say, Lord, let me keep this. Even for me, going into certain situations, I'm like, okay, God, I don't even want to cry, because they need to know I'm about business.
Right.
And I don't even want to cry. And he's giving me that, like, yeah, let me keep that emotion down.
Right.
And when it's done, if you need to go to the bathroom and cry, go to the bathroom and cry.
Yeah. You need to
go
walk
ahead.
out, just walk on out like I did yesterday.
But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I was a manager of Waffle House, and the training they put you through is crazy. And so one of the things they told me in training was like, they don't want a woman to do this job. Like they like male managers. So him training me, he was like on me in my ear. You're not moving fast enough. You just burnt that. Boom, boom. Like they literally pressing on me like hard. And so I would just, the women that I did meet that were managers, they were cold and they were hard. Like they didn't have no like softness or niceness about them anymore, because they were in this like, you know, dressing like men and because you know we all had to wear the same uniform. So I like there is places and people that really make you feel like women shouldn't be there because they're not strong enough. Because how you supposed to unload the truck? Watch me unload the truck. 5'1" or 2.5. Yes, I'm gonna unload this truck of bacon. Like it's just bacon.
And here's the thing, because if you want to do that, like recently I had somebody that was telling me, it was a woman, she was like, I could change my own oil, I could change my tire, forget AAA. I said, girl, and I love that for you. I'm calling AAA.
Right.
I'm calling AAA. I'm not changing the tire. She talking about, and just sit there. Yeah, I'll sit and wait. Time. I got time. Ain't nothing else to do. Actually, now I got a lot of time. I could go ahead and play my Bible app. I could scroll social media. I could talk on the phone to somebody. I could listen to some music. But I'm not going to get down there. I'm not taking nothing away from you. That is beautiful.
Right.
You're in a hurry. Get it done. I'm not in a hurry. I don't want to do it.
Right.
If I'm married, he's going to do it.
Right.
If I'm married, I'm not even calling AAA. I'm calling him. Exactly. Hey, honey, I'm on the side of the road, had a flat. Need you to come change this tire.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, babe, I'm going to call AAA. No, you're coming. You're coming and change this tire. Now, if he at work and it's a meeting or something like that, that's different. I'm calling AAA. But no. But it doesn't negate the fact that I'm less than a woman. No. And, you're incapable. It's a whole lot of things I could do. I never said I couldn't. I said I wasn't.
Right. Exactly.
Well, what about if there's nobody, like you're single now and there's nobody to call? It's always somebody to call.
Right.
AAA. I've even called the police one time. My car was acting up. I saw the police all the way across the street. Call and say, and there's a police officer over in front of what you call him. And he came, and I'm like, yeah, and he helped me.
Yeah, I had somebody
okay, so you may think, you think you high maintenance. No, trust me. Let's say this.
Okay, wait.
Let me clear this up. I am high maintenance for the Lord. For the Lord. Because y'all like to make that negative, like that's a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with me taking care of myself, wanting to look good.
Right.
Wanting to do it somewhere clean.
Yeah.
Shower slippers on.
Honey, yes. I love all of that glory because it's him. And I want to keep it up because this temple got to last a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just some of those
50
things.
plus more years.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. So here's another one, the tambourine moment.
Oh yeah.
How can modern women celebrate collective victories while still fighting for individual respect? Because let's be real, the modern woman, do we do a lot of celebrating for each other though?
No. My goodness gracious.
No.
Help us, Jesus.
No. And I'm gonna say, as a younger woman in my 20s, I had these experiences that were not necessarily good. So I told myself, I'm good. I don't need no more women friends. I got my friends back at home, because me and my husband at the time, we were traveling. He was in the military. I don't need no more friends. Baby.
Oh no.
Did I need them? So it took me some years to get out of that foolish mindset. Because just because you run into a few people that are negative, or they have, ulterior motives or whatever, for whatever reason y'all don't seem to get along, that doesn't mean you discount every woman and think that they're all the same. We need a sisterhood. We need a community. And when probably about 25, 26, I started being able to get past that. That's also, I got saved at 21. So also at that time, I moved in with my mother-in-law and grandmother-in-law at the time, who's still my mom and my grandma. Hey, y'all. And I was around these women that loved the Lord, that were encouraging. I was like, yeah, what? I was just around people.
Right, exactly.
And that showed me to embrace relationships. And then that showed me to be friendly.
Yeah, because guess what? A lot of women say that. and I don't like being with a bunch of women because they ain't nothing but mess. It's probably you.
Uh-huh.
Because every group of women you get around is always mess. You must be the denominator.
That's
it's you.
You the problem.
It's you the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like I hear pastors say this. If you come to my, you know, you go around talking about, oh, that church, they do this. Guess what? When you find the perfect church, it's going to become imperfect when you show up.
Right.
And so women, back in the day, I've had friends who say that, and I'm like, I think you were the problem.
Yeah.
Because first of all, you already coming in with a negative, nasty attitude.
Right.
You know, and we don't even have to be that way. The thing is, if we embrace one another. Now, that doesn't mean that we may not have some conversations about some things. And there are some women that you got to let go. Because if you're not trying to grow, you got to go. Because I'm trying to grow in this thing, right? I'm trying to become mature. I'm not trying to do the stuff I was doing at 21 at 60.
Right.
I'm not trying to be doing that. Maturity brings things supposed to change.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't see things the same.
Right.
Imagine if you still saw that you should play like when you was a toddler. You'd be kind of weird, right?
Playing with Barbies at 35.
35. So
Yeah.
I'm playing my Barbie doll.
Yeah.
No offense to, you know, disabilities, but back then people be like, something wrong with her? Is she special?
Right.
Because you old, but where's the maturity in that, right?
Right. It doesn't mean you can't play, but it's things that you do as you grow up, and as an adult, you do different types of things to play. You go play a sport. You go play a board game. You go. You go make candles.
The playing matures.
Yeah, you go make candles. You go do certain things. So so women have to learn, you know, because men, you know, some of them have issues, but not like us.
No.
Dudes, they just work. I don't know. They just work it out. They different beasts.
Oh yeah.
But I ain't never heard a man. I've never and I'm 60. I know men. Good and bad situations. I know men, but I ain't never been around men and they talking about I don't want no bunch of male friends. I don't want nobody.
Right.
They walk up. They be like, "What up, my brother? What up? What up?" We pass him.
And they can still give each other their respect as people. Like, because you said something great. Like, you might have to grow from somebody, or somebody's not your cup of tea. Like, I don't think.
Right.
Because some people are going to hear that, and they're going to be, I just can't be friends with everybody. That's not the point. That's why it's called agape love, meaning I love you because that's what I'm supposed to do.
Right. No greater love.
And that's what God tell me I'm supposed to do, but
I don't have to like you.
But I'm not going to wish bad on you. I'm not going to stink up my face when you walk in the room. I'm not going to be like, if we work together and you get a promotion, kudos.
Because guess what? The thing I didn't like about you 2 years ago, and you start growing now, oh, wow, now I like you. Because she not that person. She not popping off at the mouth all the time. Now she know how to have a conversation. Right. It was just you used to be popping off, and I didn't want that kind of energy around me. So it's a lot for us to grow and learn. And we should, because like you said, you never know who you're going to know, who you need, when you're going to need them. Right. You never know. And you want somebody to be in your corner. And I like having lady friends where we could sit and watch a movie. I don't always want to be around a bunch of men. No offense, nephew, I love you. But sometimes sometimes we just can't have you with the girls. We want to talk about some stuff.
Right.
I want to talk about you.
We want to talk about you, nephew.
We might
no, I'm not playing. He got on my nerves the other day. I might want to say that, but really, nephew, you know, I'll probably say that too.
I'm like, what? He did?
Yeah, I won't have to talk about that in the girls group because I'll say it to you.
Yeah.
To my children.
She will say it to whoever.
Exactly, to whoever. But no, seriously, there are times where you just want to do the girl thing, you know. Oh, girl, come on, let's me and you go get a pedicure and sit and talk. And then there's sometimes where you do want that time alone. My friends, like, and they love the school system. They too. And sometimes I'd be like, look here, don't talk. I'm not trying to talk about no school. Sometimes I have to tell her, I don't want to talk about no grandkids.
Who be talking about
like when we get to the point, all we can talk about is work. And the grandkids, that means we ain't doing enough together because we don't have enough to talk about. We should be able to talk about me and Chelsea. So funny. We sent voice Chelsea got on the voice audio thing, Jesus, at the beginning, she loves it. I was like, oh, my friend is in another audio voice, Now she got me sending audio voices. That's what you call when you adapt. And then it rub off on you. I was not the audio person. Like, what's wrong with the text message? If I wanted to talk to you, I would call you. I don't want to hear your...
Sometimes it's so long.
Right. Today, she got the longest audio out of me because I was getting dressed and doing stuff. And I was like, girl, I am just running my mouth. But it was good. We was all over the place. We was talking about everything, all kind of stuff. And so sometimes you have that. But we have so much to talk about. We don't get on the phone. Sometimes I forget she got a grandchild or grandchildren. Sometimes I never talk about Dariah and Messiah because I don't have to talk about them all the time. And so sometimes I have to say that. You know what I'm saying? So as you get older, you should have more things to talk about. So we, ladies, be humble. That's my word for the day. Humility. We need to be humble. Okay, so as we closing this thing out, couple of things. The now strategy. I want us to leave remembering the now strategy, but let's bring it back. How can we use our God-given intuition to protect not only our families, but our ministries and our friends and people we connect with when the culture feels hostile? When culture feels hostile. And right now we're in that setting where culture is really hostile. How can we use our God-given intuition to protect our families and friends?
Well, I don't know if this is really what you're asking, but I have told myself that every time Holy Spirit puts somebody on my mind or in my heart or in my dream, I'm going to call and check on them.
Okay, so that's good. But when, let's think of, no. So this one is like when culture is hostile. So, okay, we can use, what's one of the hostilities that's going on now in culture?
The war?
Okay, we could go with the war. I was trying to think of something more close proximity. But when the war, in the war, thinking about how that can affect us, how do we protect our family and friends against that? So against them being panicky and...
The first thing that came to my mind, take it to the closet.
Your prayer closet?
Take it to just take it, give it to God. Like sometimes, because He's going to lead you with the right thing to do, where to intervene, where you should intervene.
But let's think about using intuition. She had to make a decision at the now. I just drop him and go back. She strategized. She came intuition. She used that. Hold on. Oh, girl gonna be out here. Let's see if they'll grab him. Then when she grab him, I'm gonna run over there and say, hey, do you need a nurse? I know him. Right. And basically, let's think about what had happened. They were snatching up babies. So when she said, I know a nurse, she's saying, I know somebody who baby got taken and killed. Right. She still got milk up in there.
Right.
So she can nurse the baby. So she can feed the baby.
And as long as and she knew as long as you nursing, you're gonna make milk. So she hurry up and get her.
Top of the game. You gotta think fast. There's certain things where God said you should already be equipped where you don't have to pray right now. I mean, prayer is always necessary.
Right.
But sometimes you already had an answer. You gotta have the intuition to move. So it could be situations where there was a situation, this hasn't been recent, where older people out, they were snatching things from older people, and older people were being nervous about it.
Right.
So my intuition snapped in when I'm at a grocery store to go help the old person. Ma'am, trust me, I'm not about to hurt you, but let me help you get your groceries in that trunk for you.
Right. Or if you know somebody
and I'm
older.
Here because if he run up on you, trust me, I got you.
Right.
Trust me, I got you.
Or going with older family members to the store.
Make
a time to go. Or go for them, or take them where they need to go so somebody's with them.
Another one is, I'm in a classroom and in my eyes, and it's funny. Sometimes I see stuff that teachers don't see, which teachers, y'all got to get your game up. You got to be like the moms where we got eyes in the back of our head.
Yep.
So I'm watching, and working in legal before, your eyes going to and fro, and I'm seeing stuff, and I see you. Oh, you swiftly trying to punk this kid. You trying to bully this kid, not intervene. Excuse me, come over here. Who, me? Yeah, come over here. Bring all your stuff. Y'all sit over here. Now I'm schooling you. Even if you scared, come tell me. I ain't scared.
Right.
Using intuition of how to protect this kid from being bullied. So now I'm about to embrace this kid. So we have to think about that. Here's another one. The 7-day pause. When women are hurting or sidelined in today's society, does the community stop to heal them or just march on?
They just march on.
It depends.
Quick to say, I'm going to pray for you. But then you don't check on me.
Right.
Don't come and see. Don't. You know what? Let me send her some flowers, or let me bring her some flowers, or let me bring her something.
Right.
How do we help people heal? If I'm hungry, nigga, don't pray for me.
Bring me something to eat.
Feed
some
me.
Oatmeal with some toast.
Amen. Glory, tuna.
Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
These people over here. I don't know who be doing all that. But yeah, it's like, if I'm hurting, prayer is always good. But even the Bible teaches us, if your neighbor asks for something, give it to them.
Right.
If I'm hurting, it don't mean you have to come talk. Maybe you should just come sit with me.
Right.
When people, in this newsflash, when people are grieving, they've lost somebody, they don't always want you to come and talk. And if they got 5 casseroles, they don't need another one. Maybe you should try to find something else to give them and stop being cheap.
Tupperware to put the food in, and
maybe you could
toilet
buy that.
paper.
Maybe you could come see if they need paper towels. Maybe they need some spray because it's a bunch of people coming in and out.
That'd be my thing.
Maybe
Toilet paper,
you
towels,
can go
Tupperware.
buy another type of food. Them casseroles, y'all people, we tired of
and
casseroles.
Chicken. That's enough chicken.
That is enough casserole and chicken.
Bring some
seafood.
Right, or bring some. That's what I do.
Vegetables.
Paper towel, toilet paper, Tupperware to put the food in, because nobody thinks to bring that stuff.
Yeah. Or what about this? Why don't you just show up and help clean the kitchen?
Right. Or just.
Why don't you just show up and
you take a nap and I'll greet.
Initiative.
Right.
Even I'm talking about even after they're gone.
Yep. Just
help
sit.
the person heal. Don't stop asking people how they doing when somebody just died.
They're doing bad.
They're doing bad. Stop asking people who's sitting in the hospital with needles in them
how you feeling.
How they feeling. They feeling bad. They feeling bad. If you don't know what to say, don't say nothing. Bring a good book if you know they read. Bring a puzzle. Just sit there. Sometimes we just need you to sit there. Sometimes if I'm crying, I don't want you to say it's going to be all right. I just want you to hug me. Let me cry. Let me cry. Let me cry.
Yes.
Stop talking. Sometimes.
Right.
My aunt told me, and I'm going to say it every time I think about it. I went to the hospital. She laying up in the hospital bed. I said, hey, Auntie, how you doing? She said, that was the stupidest comment. How you think I'm doing with all this? Now, some people thought that was me. No, it was a revelation.
Right.
Because when I'm in the hospital, you don't have to visit, and if you do, you don't have to stay long. Just come in. Because guess what I want to do while I'm in there? I want to sleep.
Till they start with the blood pressure.
Because if they had to put me in there, that means they needed me to sit still.
Yeah.
Because if I would have came home, I was going to get up.
I'm going to sneak you some good food.
Yes, the hospital food is horrible. Most of them. Not all of them. I say, no, some of them still. But not every hospital. That's the thing. Not every hospital. And not every meal.
Not that I want to go back, but I was surprised.
But let people get the rest they need. Okay, here go the last one.
Amen.
Holding the tambourine. How do we keep our joy and praise alive when leadership gets messy and complicated?
Sorry.
Oh.
Because that was a word. That was a question. That was a word.
I'm going to leave that for y'all. We ain't going to answer because that's going to take you somewhere.
That's a whole show. If you want to know about, if you want us to do a whole show on that, leave a comment and we'll do a whole show on that.
And comment, please. So look, I'm gonna tap on a couple of things. Miriam's punishment reminds me that God fiercely protects the dignity of all people. All, not some. So stop trying to put somebody down. Stop calling some ladies Karens when their name is Denetra. Because Karens don't have to be Caucasians. Karens, what you're trying to allude to as a Karen, might be you. From Africa, might be you.
From the Bronx.
The 7th Ward, might be you. From Egypt, India, Germany, right here in the United States, in Charlotte,
Fayetteville.
Might be you. Yeah. Okay? And that using someone's ethnicity or background as a weapon to mask our own professional or spiritual jealousy in an offensive, God will not tolerate it. Just because you got away, you thought you got away with it last year.
It's coming back to bite you. Everything comes to the light.
So, yeah, be humble. That's my tagline for
Sit
today.
down. Be humble.
Be humble. So, the smoke screen here is: how often do we mask our own insecurities or professional jealousy by nitpicking someone else's background or personal life?
Oh,
she said this is the end.
Oh,
it is. I'm giving you this smoke screen.
Guilty.
Aaron's quickly shifted from participating in the gossip to seeking forgiveness and asking for intercession. Did you hear that? You want to know why? You want to know why Miriam went to leprosy? And you want to know why Aaron did? Yeah. He quickly. You want to know why Saul's throne was just taken? And yes, David was a murderer, a rapist, a liar. Yeah, because lying played a part. All that. He knew how to go before God for forgiveness. He stripped it off. You talking about me? I'm the sinner. Saul didn't. Saul talking about, I'm king. Saul couldn't see the error of his ways.
Right.
Be humble. Yeah. And do it quickly. Don't wait till next year to talk about, well, I guess I better ask for forgiveness now. That's why you got beat up all year. Go ahead and do it. And then remember this, God's line in the sand. What does the story tell us about God's views, racial prejudice and discrimination within faith-based communities? It shouldn't be there.
Right.
How are we talking about we love the Lord and want to throw spiritual lingo around, but you treat the people who work for you like dogs. You talk about them like a dog to other people, but then you won't throw spiritual lingo around. I am praying for us as a body of Christ.
Right.
Now that's one thing to say, but what are you doing to make it work? How are you doing to fix it? How are you doing to help? What are you doing to help the person?
Right.
So ladies, I hope that you can take some of Miriam's good things, help someone, lead properly, and then get rid of the bad things that you have that puff you up.
Yeah, I agree.
So we got to look at ourselves, look in the mirror, and be like, let me get all these specks out of my eye. Get out of my eye before I come messing with your stuff. Now, check this out. Don't be talking about, yeah, that's right. Worry about your own business. Don't come telling me nothing. No, because I needs to tell you something sometime.
Right.
But when I come, I'm coming in love.
Right.
I want to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Receive it or not, I'll still be praying for you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're nasty, I'm coming to let you know you're nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we don't tell you, maybe the people you hanging with ain't telling.
Right.
Somebody told me recently, they thanked me and said nobody would told them something about themselves. And they appreciate that I cared enough. Nobody said nothing. It's like like this lady was walking, the person say, yeah, I saw that spot on the back of her clothes, but I ain't want to say nothing.
Oh no.
So you let her walk all day.
Oh no. Yeah. I saw somebody the other day
and not say nothing.
Something was showing through, and I didn't know if they knew it or not through their dress. They was like, oh yeah, girl, I know. I just was rushing. It's gonna be the best it can, but thanks for letting me know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and guess what? If you did, well, look, can I help you?
I couldn't do nothing to help.
Can I help you?
That one.
No, I can help you give you a sweater. Because for me to notice it, to say something, that means it's inappropriate, or it just looks nasty, or you just look weird. Like, let me help you. Actually, let me take a picture so you can see what it looks like. Because, we really don't see what it really looked like doing this.
Right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It may not look as bad doing this. But when it's right in front of you and you see the back of you like, oh, girl.
I do think
so,
I put a jacket or something on. But I should have took a picture or asked if they want a picture.
Sometimes be humble when people come in to help you out and be able to accept that. And if you can't accept it, just shut up and go ahead till the Lord convict you. So, yeah. But let's take Miriam good stuff and let's even take it higher in our day-to-day life. And if you do happen to fall, guess what?
It's okay.
Get back up.
Right.
Just don't wallow. Get back up.
Right.
So check this out. This is your girl, Miss Worth It, looking fabulous as always. Thanks be to God. Yes.
Oh, yes. I'm your girl, Miss Get Up.
And this is your girl, Moya.
And we have enjoyed talking to you today and hope that you have enjoyed Reflections of Word.